Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are so excited to be at Radiance Skin Therapy with the beautiful Ann Hill. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And for chatting with us. I'm super excited to learn about our topic today. So PRP, platelet-rich plasma. What is it and how do you use it to make this look better?
Yeah, absolutely. So what it is we draw a tube of blood, and with that tube of blood, we spin it in a centrifuge. And it's really about the tube that will be able to separate the red blood cells and make a very concentrated amount of platelet-rich plasma. And what's important about that is what is already in our body to heal and repair and go to a wound site to repair it. So we have this protein that we can put in concentrated amounts to strengthen and tighten and correct damage.
I've actually heard of the plasma referred to as liquid gold.
Yes, it is.
This is so exciting, and we've been kind of doing our research on this because it's just such a neat thing to learn about. And my question is, just talk to us a little bit about what it's doing for the aesthetics industry, and what does it mean for people that this technology exists?
Right. Well, the greatest thing about this is that it's your own product. We don't have any chance of rejection or reaction because it's you. So, but what it can do is, when we talk about scarring, when we talk about lax, real wrinkly, lax tissue, discoloration. So some of the areas that we're using it in, and sometimes it's in combination too with fillers, but it doesn't have to be. Or with the micropen or the microneedling. But eyes, lips, neck, hands, those areas we're really seeing a lot of improvement because we can concentrate it in there for lip lines, textural issues, a lot of times under the eyes when we're really dealing with crepey or some of the bluish kind of coloring under there. So those are really the main areas in aesthetics and overall rejuvenation of the face or neck or chest or wherever.
Which we're all in constant search of course.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
absolutely.
it was something you could do on your hands, and that's one of the, I think, key giveaways sometimes to aging. People pay a lot of attention to their face and forget about their hands.
Right.
I'm definitely guilty. Don't look, but
I put sunscreen
We
on
all
my hands
are.
every day.
yeah,
I do.
you're good about that.
Yeah. So cosmetically speaking, it sounds like you said, thinner skin, wrinkling, even scarring, right? Like
Absolutely
acne scars.
scarring, yes, 100% with the microneedling that we talked about last month, and the PRP, we can microneedle the PRP in for overall rejuvenation, and then if we really have specific scarrings, we could inject that PRP into those areas for kind of almost like a double rejuvenation. And so we're seeing really nice things with scar revision.
And this isn't just filling something, this is helping heal and change, right?
100%. So when we first, if we did it, injected it in, we initially see a large amount of volume. But that volume doesn't last. It kind of deflates. But then really what it's doing is it's start the rebuilding of that area.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So it's over months that we start to really see those changes happen.
This is so exciting, and I can't help but think about, I was someone who struggled with acne growing up, so people with acne scarring out there that, have those residual leftover scars, this could make a huge impact.
Right.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
So could you give us a little history of PRP and what other things it was used for? Or
Sure,
can be used for?
yeah. So, it's gone back 30 years ago that, they were looking at what PRP could do. And in today's times, it's being used a lot in orthopedics, so orthopedic surgeons will inject into a joint to repair a joint. So when we see the kind of repair that it can do in that situation, we also know in aesthetics what it's going to do for skin, because it does repair skin and muscle and joint type of tissues.
I've heard too that it can be used in your scalp for thinning hair, is that right?
It is.
And that's for real?
For real. But you have to have already hair there, so it's not bald, not for balding,
It's thinning.
for bald. Thinning hair. and it can be used in both men and women, and it's usually a combination of that microneedling the PRP in, and then there will be some injection of the PRP in. And that combination can be really, really, really nice.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So how long would it take for the hair to grow back or regenerate?
Well, people can start to see an improvement even as little as a month. But you know, that's going to continue.
Hair
and
grows slowly.
Hair
Right,
grows
right,
slowly.
sure.
Remember, a hair cell cycle is 6 to 8 weeks. So if you think about that, you'll really start to see, you know, 6 weeks, then 3 months, so on and so forth. And there's usually a series of that done. It's not usually a one and done for somebody. Again, like everything, we like a one and done, but when we're dealing with skin and tissues, it's a constantly aging, so we have to do something on a regular basis or a series of treatments that can really then help it.
Right, and it's so exciting to have an option that has such incredible results without surgery, and that's what we love about talking to you is that seems to be the case with so many of your services. And I want to get back to the face for a second because we've hyped up this name, the vampire facial, but this is what I've heard of too, is the vampire facial. So is that the same thing?
It really is the same thing. The discrepancy is that when you see it, they're showing the actual red blood cells going on. That's a little bit false. It's really not blood, but I think for this particular person who gave it the name, they wanted to kind of dramatize it and say this is
Shock
the vampire
value.
facial.
Well,
But yeah,
vampires have been hot.
right,
Yes.
exactly.
Yep.
But yes, it is really the same thing. The vampire facial is all about the platelet-rich plasma.
Well, and real quick, we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
What's the cost for something like this?
Yeah, it can start anywhere from $300 and up.
Okay, depending on what you need.
Yeah,
Reasonable.
Come
Yeah.
visit Ann,
Yeah.
learn more about PRP and looking young, grown hair, whatever you need. She'll take care of you. And join us back again for more Girl Talk here on CW57.